also a delegate to the RNC convention.
My name is KellyJennifer, and I am Precinct Committee Member 28 in Kendall County. Jenny and I are cousins. Our mothers are identical twins. We grew up in a household with mothers as Republicans and fathers as Democrats. Our dads were also union workers. Mine a plumber, hers a pipe fitter. So we heard both sides our whole entire life. Quite the time there was an argument, but then my views started to change. It changed when I saw Ronald Reagan for the first time. I attended Bolingbrook High School, and he came to our high school. I remember being very starstruck by it. It was in 1984. His speech definitely made me think, I'm gonna go out against my dad this time. Well, I went against my dad quite a bit of times, but this time my mom approved of it. So as I went through my life, I always admired Ronald Reagan. Recently, I attended the RNC convention with my cousin and got to see Trump. And it really moved me to see the similarities between these candidates. Both were entertainers before they were into politics. Both were considered liberal Democrats themselves and became conservative Republicans. Reagan and Trump both promoted immigration reform. Reagan and Trump were both attacked by the GOP establishment as radical, too polarizing, too simple-minded, and lacking federal and foreign experience. As Presbyterian Christians, Reagan and Trump both pledged to be advocates of religious liberties. And Trump, like Reagan, is pro-life. And if you watched last night's debate, that's very serious for our country right now. The next statement, I hope we can add to the list. On October 26, 1979, 37 years ago, 2 weeks before the election, the polls stated, Carter 47, Reagan 39. Reagan went on to sweep 44 states, 489 electoral votes, a landslide to become our 40th president.
Hope you guys don't mind if I read a little bit. I just found out we were doing this a couple days ago. Donald Trump articulates a vision for America that combines the best of conservative philosophy with a bold commitment to national preservation and renewed standing in the world not seen since Ronald Reagan's campaign during 1979 and 1980. He has offered a solid as a rock stance against illegal immigration while welcoming those who abide by our laws and applauding the contributions those immigrants make to our society. He has a keen sense of what it takes to bring jobs and, by extension, prosperity to citizens out of work, millions of citizens out of work. He has a commitment, this is so important, he has a commitment to nominating constitutional originalists to our Supreme Court. In his words, in the mold of Antonin Scalia, rejecting the idea that our Constitution should bend along with the negative shifts in our culture that I know so many of us are so concerned about. As articulated, and Kelly mentioned this, as articulated in last night's debate, Mr. Trump values the lives of the unborn as he stands in opposition, particularly to late-term and partial birth abortion in particular, rightly saying that no one has the right to commit such acts against the unborn in the 9th month of their lives. That's right. It's absolutely right. He is a steady, principled, colorful, and never boring leader who leaves no one, Democrats, Republicans, world leaders, and despots, with any doubt that he is the alpha to Obama and Hillary's omega. But he is taking incoming fire from three sides. The corrupt media, who has been proven beyond all doubt to be an arm of the DNC.
That's right.
And I encourage you to look at WikiLeaks if you have any question about that. It's all there for you. It's been quite eye-opening. The Democrat Party who will stop at nothing to win. And sadly, and unfortunately, many in the party Donald J. Trump pledged to remain part of before 14 million of us cast our votes for him. Now I have no doubt that virtually all of us in this room stand behind Donald Trump. But unfortunately, there are Republican politicians, whether they denounce him openly or coyly play both sides of the fence with the game of supporting and not supporting, and just deciding to remain silent, which is really no support at all. But these people don't seem to understand. Is it like it or not? Donald J. Trump is the man we chose to lead our nation out of the quagmire the liberals put it in. We have tried winning with conventional, polite, and safe candidates who were good men, but we lost. And now, we will win. All right, we will win. I felt like doing a Jeb Bush. Please clap. And so to these concerned Republican politicians, and to the concerned Republican and conservative citizens who are still worried about dear Mr. Trump's foibles and his follies and his freewheeling style, here is our advice. Get over it, and let's make America great again.